Rome was not built in a single day. It was shaped over centuries by skilled craftsmen, relentless labor, and the blood of those who fought for its survival. At its height, Rome ruled such a vast territory that nearly 1 in every 5 people on Earth lived under Roman authority. Yet Rome was not brought down by foreign enemies alone. It collapsed from within. Though the empire vanished long ago, its influence remains everywhere. Roman language, law, architecture, and political thought continue to shape the modern world. Rome pioneered the idea of a professional standing army. It established the Senate as a governing body. It developed an early form of republican rule that endured for nearly 5 centuries. Many words still central to modern politics, republic, Senate, veto, dictatorship, are inherited directly from Rome. From kingdom to republic to empire, Roman civilization lasted more than 2,200 years. How did such a city rise? And why did it fall? To understand this, we must return a legend. Nearly 5 centuries after Rome's birth, the historian Titus Livius, known as Livy, recorded a story passed down through generations. Near present-day Rome stood a sacred temple dedicated to Vesta, the virgin goddess of the hearth. Her priestesses were sworn to lifelong chastity. Among them was a princess, Rhea Silvia. Forced into priesthood by royal intrigue, she was meant to end a powerful bloodline. But fate intervened. The god Mars fell in love with her. From their union were born twin sons, Romulus and Remus. The birth of children to a virgin priestess shocked the kingdom. Fearing prophecy and disgrace, the king ordered the infants to be killed. Placed in a basket, they were cast into the Tiber River. But the river spared them. The basket drifted to the riverbank, where a she-wolf discovered the crying infants. Instead of harming them, she nursed them. Thus, the founders of Rome survived. Raised strong and fearless, the brothers eventually returned to the lands east of the Tiber. At the time, the region was sparsely populated, marked by hills and scattered settlements. Both dreamed of building a city, but they could not agree on where it should stand. The dispute turned violent. In the end, Romulus killed Remus. On his chosen hill, Romulus founded a city and named it Rome, after himself. Tradition dates its founding to April 21st, 753 BCE. Though legendary, this story reveals something essential. From its very beginning, Rome was born in violence tied to purpose. This belief would define Rome throughout its history, fueling its rise and ultimately its fall. Rome had walls, land, and ambition, but it lacked people. Romulus opened the gates of the city to outsiders, exiles, fugitives, criminals, and deserted soldiers. The city grew, but a dangerous imbalance emerged. Rome was a city of men. Women, especially young women, refused to come. Without families, Rome would not survive. Romulus chose a ruthless solution. Romulus announced a grand festival and invited the neighboring Sabine and Latin tribes. Their men arrived in good faith, leaving their women behind. Music filled the city. The celebration lasted all day. As night fell, the trap was sprung. Roman warriors seized the young women of the visiting tribes. There was no resistance. All the fighting men were inside Rome. The women were forced into marriage, not by choice, but by necessity. Rome would survive. When the tribes returned home, they found only grief. Their daughters were gone. Were soon followed. But when armies met, the women stepped between them. Some holding infants, others carrying unborn children. For the sake of their children, they begged the men to stop. Instead of bloodshed, a bargain was offered. The tribes were invited to settle in Rome, to share power, land, and family. The offer divided them. Some demanded revenge. Others accepted reality. Rome was stronger, more organized. An agreement was reached. The tribes joined Rome. From conquest and compromise, a new culture was born. Not pure, but powerful. Rome expanded not only by war, but by absorption. As the population grew to 4 or 5,000, Romulus appointed tribal leaders as chiefs. They were called patres, meaning fathers. Romulus gathered them into a council. He called it the Senate, and with that decision, the foundations of Roman governance were laid. A city born of legend, built by violence, strengthened by inclusion. This was Rome, and this was only the beginning. Rome had its king, it had its senate, it had its people, but power never remains uncontested. In the shadows of unity, ambition was rising. And soon, Rome would face its first great crisis. In Episode 2, The Fall of the King, the legend of Rome has just begun. Like, subscribe, and comment to follow its rise and fall. See you in Episode 2.